Emergency continues tonight in Ventura County, where dozens of homes have been lost to the wind-driven flames of the mountain fire. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. The devastating mountain fire is burning out of control in Ventura County at this hour, devouring homes and leaving entire neighborhoods in ruins.
The wind-driven fire exploding from 250 acres this morning to more than 14,000 acres tonight.
These are the Santa Ana winds that come through every year.
Is being fanned by extreme winds and fueled by dry brush and low humidity. Dozens of homes have been lost. Tonight, thousands of people remain evacuated, and the winds continue to whip through the area.
We have live team coverage of the mountain fire, from the treacherous weather conditions to the battle on the ground to save homes and protect lives. We begin with Chris Wolf in Camarillo Heights. Chris?
Yeah, good evening, Micah and Cher. As far as we can see, all of the homes along this section of Marine View Drive here in Camarillo Heights have vanished, reduced to charred remnants and remains. Natural gas lines at these properties are now fueling the flames shooting up all around us tonight.
God bless.
According to preliminary estimates, the sweeping mountain fire here in Ventura County may have wiped out at least 50 homes.
Wow. Man, shout out to the firefighters.
It's still a mystery, but the effects
first
are
responders,
painfully clear. Widespread devastation
and just good people helping each other.
Mountain fire tore from parts of Ventura County Wednesday, annihilating homes and neighborhoods, scorching thousands of acres, and trapping some elderly residents, some of them wheelchair bound, who could not escape on their own and had to be rescued. Many homes burned to the ground. Others were spared under the sporadic nature of wildfire.
Resources that arrived on scene initially were faced with a tough fire.
Shout out to all the fire
crews
departments.
Immediately went into structure protection, property conservation.
What it do, guys? Y'all see the little intro? It's your boy Eisender's Tactical back with a video. Yeah, man, this one kind of hit close to home for me because, you know, I just left California, and I'm very YouTube. By the way, I'm in a safe control environment. You will see some firearms. They are unloaded. No one's here. No children. Nobody. And by myself. You see the shotgun is unloaded. There's nothing in it. Tube is empty. Nothing in there. So, yeah, man, you saw the intro, and so this one hits close to home to me because Ventura County is a little bit outside of is north of LA County. And so it's a little dry area. It gets hit with a lot of forest fires and, you know, wildfires. Same where I'm from, up originally in the Bay Area, we get hit with fires a lot and stuff. Berryessa, Sonoma, all those areas, they get hit hard. And you saw the devastation. So I was just thinking, like, man, that's what I was kind of interested. I was just saying, was the other video I was saying, you know, have a bag with some stuff you need in your car, a go bag, you know, in your daily use, because you might find yourself in a situation where the road closed or bad accident, or a case like this, you know, a wildfire breaks out. And if anybody not familiar with California, this time of the season, we have the winds come through the Southern California area, starting up around Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, works its way down through the coast. It's called the Santa Ana winds. It's warm winds. It's basically it's winds, but it's warm. The air is like, the air temp is like 80, something like that, you know, real high air temp and warm winds coming through. So it's a perfect storm, so to speak, for wildfire. Now, again, you know, you know, you kind of get it's a wildfire season, just like, you know, down here in Louisiana, they have hurricane season, tornado season in the Midwest, and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to Oklahoma. I hope everybody's okay out there. They got hit hard with some tornadoes. But people who live in these regions, there is a season to a lot of this stuff. And in California, there is a wildfire season. So even though you prepare for it and you're ready to go, it can just go from like a little small fire and just take off. Now, unfortunately, we do have a bunch of idiots that be out here setting these fires. You know, arson is a big deal out in the West Coast. I don't know about the rest of the country, but there's been a lot of terrible fires that were actually started by idiots. And so that's why it's important to have, you know, like I was saying about the safe, the Lahaina fires in Hawaii. You know, I was telling you about how they had safes that were fireproof, and they came back and all their guns and paperwork and Bibles were still in there. So that's why your safes have to be, I'm in the process of upgrading my safe, but at the same time, I'm contemplating like actually paying a fee to store my guns at a shop. I gotta look more into it, but I guess a lot of people do that down here. You can take yourself to a gun shop and then something happened to the gun shop, your guns are insured, whatever, and then you get your stuff back. But at the same time, it's not all at your house. So if they got to move their guns out the gun shop, your guns get to move with them. So they're not gonna let their inventory go to waste. So it's something to think about. I gotta look more into it. I don't have that many guns though, but some guys will have like a shit ton of guns. It's something you might want to think about. Multiple safes, fireproof safes, bolted down to the ground and stuff like that if you live in an area that can get hit with a natural disaster. Because that's pretty much what we're talking about. They say natural disasters, but when it comes to fire, I always leave a little 10% open that it could be arson. So with that being said, I just want to say a couple things that you should have. Like, so here's my go bag right here. Don't worry about this stick. I found this moving. Man, this stick, man, my mom, I think this stick belonged to my mom. She owned a nightclub back in the day. This is some old wood. This goes way back to the 70s, I think. Because I remember when we were kids, she had this in her car in a Lincoln. She used to drive around with this her Lincoln. Yeah, and she should have stuff in the seat. You can I know everybody say like, this can hit somebody in the head. So if you live in an area where you can't have no weapons, this will get it done for you. But yeah, you got the hatchet right here. You know, a couple of items up in here. Just something you want to have. So this is what's in my car. So if something happened and I had to evacuate, I would have this bag already built out, you know, for the most part, ready to go. Try to do this quickly. So it's gonna be a 20-minute video though. You know, I got, you know, a knife up in here. I always have a knife on my person anyway. And, you know, I have a headlamp up in here. Okay. And I got a thermometer, but I got a whole bunch of other safety equipment stuff. And what else up in here is worth pulling out? Just some earplugs and blank triangular bandage, stuff like that on this side. Simple. I try to separate everything out so it's not all clumped together. You got to go scouring for it. But that knife is just a backup knife because I keep a knife on me. So then on this side, it's a pretty cool bag. And when you do your go bags, you kind of want to have it kind of discreet. And I got this U.S. flag on here. In a situation where I was evacuating, I probably would take that flag off because I don't want to look militant and I don't want to like I got a lot of military stuff. So that's why I went for a standard black bag versus camouflage. But I think at this point in America, I think camouflage doesn't mean military anymore. I think it more means outdoors. Like when I grew up, if you saw camouflage, you completely thought military. I don't know if that's so true anymore. So I might retract the camouflage. But anyway, or the flat dark earth or coyote, whatever. I don't think it's always military. But anyway, and this side of it is going to be ammo. Got a couple rounds because I don't know what firearm I have with me. But if I have to grab my shotgun or something like that, I won't have to work. Whatever, I'm going to probably grab some pistols. So that's why I got, so right here I got 2 Glock 40 mags. These are only 10 rounders. So I'm putting my 10 round mags that I had in California in backup mode and upgrading everything into like primary and 15 round mags. So that's what I'm doing. Cause I'm not getting rid of my factory Glock 10 round mags. You're out of your mind. These things run like a charm. Then I got 2 9mm Glock mags. So if I had my 40 or my Glock 23 or my Glock 19, at least I got something, you know what I'm saying? And then I got I got a 30 round AR mag ready to go, loaded to go. So if I had one of my ARs on me, I wouldn't have to worry about, damn, do I got ammo? I might end up putting another AR mag up in there. But so that's what I got in that side, just ammo. You got to be armed when something like this happens. You never know. And then and here I got a whole bunch of crazy stuff, more like camping stuff. If I got to cook food, one of these little pots right here. I got one of the main things you need to have is have first aid ready to go when you're go bag. This kit is all built out. So like I said, you got to have multiple first aid kits because you don't want to be scrambling around. So I got that one already built out. I did add something that, you know, we're a little older, so we know. I did add this to the kit just to have in there as a stethoscope. Added that up in there. Now people saying, why do you need that? You never know, man. And then you gotta have some kind of solar bank system, power bank system. I keep this charged up, and this has a compass on it, a light, multifunctional USB port, and so just something like that. They got a whole bunch of those on the market. You can get whatever you want. But just just want to have something, and then have a life purification system, life straw. This is a really good thing to have. I got to get another one from the other bag. So it's called Life Straw, and it purifies water instantly. You don't have to use tablets, something like that. So I gotta get another one for the other bag. And then what else I got up in here? A little travel toothbrush, toothpaste thing, and I got a little pan, a little flat pan. So if you gotta cook something on, slice something, stainless steel, so you can wipe it off, clean it easy. Got that up in there. And I'm still building this out, so if somebody's watching this, it's not like it's complete. Little cooking stove. You know, this is one that you just use with embers or wood or charcoal, whatever. You don't put propane on this one. They have some smaller ones that you can put propane on. Safety glasses, and then I got this little device right here. I thought was pretty good. It's one of those little crank radios. I think these are nice. I gotta get another one too, so I gotta get a couple of these. These are good to have around, like little crank radios, so you can get the weather report. Get the weather report, you got a light, and you don't have to worry about
8.68 inches.
See?
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Lake Warren. West of today, east winds around 10 knots.
So you got that.
Seas 2 feet.
And they got the solar panel on top so you can charge it. And you don't have to worry about batteries because it's a crank radio. So you can crank it, and that'll give you more power. So that's a good thing to have also in your bag, you know, just something to think about. And like I said, I'm not done building this bag out. It's going to get a little better and more simplified as it goes along. And then another bag you want to have is a food bag. And like I told you guys, I was going to build this food bag out, and I did do that. But I got more food, and I got MREs too, but I haven't put them all the way up in here yet. In this part, I got another headlamp. I try to duplicate a couple things in each bag, so in case, you know, someone has to carry one bag and, you know, they need some first aid, they'll have it in here. So I thought a food bag still should have first aid. So I put first aid pack up in there, all kind of things that you need. And I got a little water bladder right here. I got 2 water bladders, one right here. This is the one that comes with the camo pack, and then this is the backup one. So I got 2 water bladders, and then I got all kind of like little food, like Spam. I know people say, that's crazy, man. This is emergency stuff. Emergency water, add water, get you some vitamins in you. Tuna in a can, freeze-dried food right here. A couple of those up in there. Another freeze-dried food. Freeze-dried food, that's Mountain House. I actually tried those, they're pretty decent. Then I got a can of beef ravioli with the Pop-Tart. Try to get the Pop-Tart so you don't need a can opener. Got that going. More cans of tuna. Try to get stuff that's rich in protein. Another Pop-Tart, like Pop-Top can with the Vienna sausages. You know, I like those sometimes. And what else I got up in here? Some sardines, Pop-Top can also. But also, you know, you still want to have a can opener. So I do have a can opener just in case. But this is some things you think about, and I got a whole thing of MREs too. So it's amazing what you can fit in these bags and how much you can carry. And then things that you think, well, I don't really need that. And then all of a sudden when the shit hit the fan or a natural disaster or something happened, then you need it. So that's the way I look at it. And then definitely you want to have a nice, this is more like my first responder safety bag for me, first aid bag. And you got your glow sticks and all that kind of stuff, all your sprays, stuff like that. Tourniquets, and that one has tourniquet in it too. All kinds of, I ain't about to really tear all this apart. This is chuck full. I can barely zip this up. And the reason why you want it chuck full is because when you use it, you don't have to be like, oh, that's all I got left. You know, you have backup. So a lot of this is tripled up and quadrupled up. I mean, as you can see, it's just completely chuck full. Tape, waterproof tape, you know, tourniquet up in here. I mean, you know, it's got everything. Bandages and like wounds. This is for like shoving it, packing in a wound or cut an open wound. Another thermometer. So you want to have these things really chuck full as much as you can. But keep that tourniquet on top and keep it already unraveled and ready to go. That's already ready to go. So I put that on somebody. It's already set up. And I like bags like this. I told you this thing's packed. You can't even get this thing closed. Oh, there you go. And And this part right here is reflective too, so you're at night, if you got to shoulder this, you know, you got trauma shears, ink pen, Sharpie, so you got to mark a wound, make sure that's not rising, little pen light. Uh-oh, this sucker ain't even working. See, that's why you got to check your batteries. What kind of batteries does this take? Oh, that's AAA, I got plenty of those. Yeah, it's AAA, right? Yeah, I got plenty of AAA. I'm glad I checked that. So make sure you check your batteries. This is like a pen light. You want to look at somebody's eyes, they're sick. Yeah, so, you know, trauma shears, always want to have that in case you got to cut clothing. But yeah, so if you got to sling something, you can just sling that, you know, you can keep it going or put it around your waist or whatever it may be. And if you're working in an area that you need to hang it, you know, you want to have a carabiner so you can hang that somewhere and you can work out of it, you know what I'm saying? So just some things to think about that I would think about personally. And, you know, this would probably be the first thing I would grab. Sometimes you can't grab a plate carrier and all that stuff. You don't have it with you, but, you know, you can grab this and have all the stuff you need on it, tourniquet, knife, all that kind of stuff on there, your firearm, IFAK and all that kind of stuff, and utilitarian stuff, you know, multi-tool and a flashlight. So just something to think about. And like I say, fires, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, flooding, all that kind of stuff. You won't have time to grab everything. I mean, this is a lot of stuff right here. And we haven't even got into like carrying the firearms. You don't care what firearms that you're gonna bring with you. And that's why I like the short ones, because you wanna be able to pack things up real tight, you know? So you gotta kind of think about stuff like that. And definitely down here in Hurricane Alley, I gotta reevaluate everything. But for us, we've already put money away. We're not gonna fight hurricanes and try to sit it out and all that. We're renting right now, so we'll just collect our renter's insurance and do it all over again. But we ain't trying to ride no damn hurricane out and all that shit. We're just gonna head to Texas, like if it goes that way, or go up to Illinois, get up out of here, period. Get out of the whole state if we have to. But I ain't trying to sit here and ride no damn hurricane out and lose my life over some stuff that I can replace. So anyway, man, shout out to the people in Ventura County. Over 60 something homes are lost, probably more are going down as we speak. Hopefully we don't have a lot of death. Some pets gonna pass and all kind of stuff. It's really sad, but I just want to do this video to let everybody know, like, you know, try to have a preparedness system already in place. So if you live in an area that gets hit by natural disasters all the time, like down here, Hurricane Alley, earthquakes in California, wildfires in California, tornadoes in the Midwest, and, you know, cyclones and things of that nature. So just try to have a system planned up and have food, have water, or at least at the very least have a system that can purify water, and then you'll be able to protect yourself. But at the end of the day, you still gonna have to be armed. So get everything prepared, get everything, you know, in order, and then that way you ain't gotta get ready. And again, man, prayers out to the people who lost everything they own in that wildfire in Ventura County. And hopefully these firefighters who do an outstanding job. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the first responders and all the EMTs. You know, those are some good people doing God's work. It's your boy Eyes in There's Tactical. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've been hit by a disaster. Did you have you gone weeks without power and, you know, lost everything and had to regroup? What was your plan? Did you have a plan, or did you, the first time it happened, you didn't have a plan? Now after that experience, you got a plan? Drop some comments and things that you would do. Like I said, my system is not completely set up. It's just like trying to get some type of system set up. Still got more things to do, but I'm focusing basically on food and utensils and things, tools that I may need, and ammo and firearms, and then you know, have cash money, and then try to work your way from there. Vehicles with fuel and all that, that's great. Keep your tanks always on full if possible. Don't be that person that let your tank go below a quarter tank of gas and you're always on E. It's not a good way to be in life. Whenever you can top your tank off to full, man, go ahead and do it, because you never know, the oil prices might change in a split second, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, it's your boy Eyes in There's Tactical. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay hydrated. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.